basically for this video, I want to use like the best products in my opinion of 2018. I already have this primer on. It's the Becca First Light Priming Filter. I've talked about this before, but for me, this is the winner for this year. And there's so many things I love about this. The fact that it has a purple tint to it, which helps to cancel out like dullness and stuff. And it gives me a really nice like dew, as you guys can see. And it keeps my makeup lasting a lot longer. So I use this like every day. I put a little brow on. I am going to touch them up later once we're done with the eyes and everything. But this year, my go-to has been the Browsings from Benefit in the shade number 3. I think I've gone through 2 or 3 of these just because I use this like every single day and it's the best in my opinion. And I already primed my lids with some concealer, so we're good to go. But for today, I actually do want to use the Morphe and James Charles palette again. I know this hasn't been out for long and I only used it a few times, but to me, this is at the top of the list for 2018, so I'm gonna use this today. But since we're doing like a smoky brown eye, honestly, you can use whatever you have at home. All you need is just some good warm tone browns. I just really like the formula in this. It blended out so easily last time, so I'm just gonna use this today. I'm starting with the shade 10% off from the James Charles palette, and I'm gonna put this into my crease. By the way, I actually didn't really set my lid. I kind of just lightly brushed it with translucent powder, and I've been doing this recently and it actually makes such a huge difference. Like surprisingly, my eyeshadows go on more like opaque and they blend out so much easier, so I've been liking this technique. Feel free to drag this down to your lid. So it's going to be like an all matte smoky eye, so you can put this on the lid as well. Then with the clean brush, I'm going to take the shade Code James and I'm going to blend this top part out just really lightly. Like, how easy does that blend? That's crazy. Going back in with the first brush that I use, I'm going to pick up No Beans, this dark matte brown color, and this is going to go all over the lid. This is basically going to be my lid color. You can use a flat brush to apply this, but I like using a fluffy brush because it kind of blends it as I'm applying, so it's just easier. I actually haven't done a matte smoky eye in such a long time, but I feel like this is like the perfect neutral holiday look. Sorry. Just because it matches like any lip color. You could totally do like a red or a nude or burgundy. Damn, I'm trying to film here. I'm gonna go back in with that second brush and just blend these edges out. And I think I want to add like a little bit of yellow up here just because I'm going to do a pop of yellow in the inner corner. I want to do like a little bit of yellow in the crease as well. Yeah, so I'm going to take the shade B from the palette and I'm going to put this right above that orange shade. It's looking good, it's looking good. I'm gonna take the matte black from the palette and I'm gonna put this like really close to my lash line. For lashes, I'm gonna put on these holiday lashes from Velour. They're in the style Serendipity. Really pretty and just so wispy. The best for me in 2018 for lashes has to be Velour and Lily Lashes, my favorite. And it's my first time wearing this pair, but every pair is just so nice and these look perfect. I'm gonna clean this up in just a second, but for foundation, my winning foundation for 2018 has to be the Born This Way Too Faced foundation in the shade Warm Nude. It's like my perfect shade, and I don't know, it's like full coverage, it looks like skin, it lasts all day. It's been amazing, so almost every time I do my makeup, this has been my go-to. Look how amazing this foundation looks. This is why I love it. It just looks like my skin, but better. My favorite concealer this year has to be the Born This Way Too Faced Concealer. Bomb. I love the applicator. It's so big. The consistency, like it gives me full coverage, but it doesn't dry me out. I used to love the Tarte Shape Tape. I mean, everyone was on that bandwagon, but that one was like really drying for me after a while. Like I just stopped using it. But this one, I have been using it, I think since it launched, and I freaking love it. By the way, you guys, the corners of my mouth have been so dry. I talked about it on Instagram the other day. A lot of people said that it might be cold sores, but it's not. I know what a cold sore is. It's just like as if it's like eczema. So I bought like eczema creams and stuff and it's been helping. but I mean it's still there. I've covered it with makeup, but like in the morning when I wake up, my skin, I can barely like even open my mouth because it hurts so bad. Like it's so dry that it's like literally cracking and bleeding. And I also have the same thing like right here in the corner of my eye. That's why I don't know if you can tell, it's like a little patchy over there, but I've noticed that. I don't know if it's because of the dry weather or my skin's changing. I have no idea. So if you guys have any suggestions on like products for really dry skin, I've been using like everything under the sun, like oils and like, I mean, it's helping, but not that much. Now I'm gonna set my face with my favorite powder of 2018, the Laura Mercier translucent powder, the OG. I'm sure you guys have seen all the different types of translucent powders that came out this year, but I had to go back to this one. It's just, in my opinion, it's truly the best. I swear, baking powder just snatches the shit out of your face, and I'm here for it. One trick that I did learn this year that I feel like everyone should know, that if you bake under your contour, I actually bake and then I stop like right there. You don't want to take it all the way towards your ear. I don't really know how to explain this, but basically it just gives you like the most snatched cheekbone. If you leave like a space here, it just looks more natural instead of as opposed to like a straight line. Because if you think about it, naturally when we have a shadow of our cheekbones, it's kind of like right here. It's not like the whole thing, and it actually makes a huge difference, I've noticed. So I do it this way now. I don't like to let it sit. I'm gonna brush this off right away as soon as I set my whole face. Okay, so I'm gonna finish off my lower lash line because it's like bothering me how crazy it looks. I'm basically gonna use the same shades that we used on the lid. I am gonna use them in the same order basically as I did on the top lid. And after I add my black, I'm gonna do black in the waterline. I always forget to like mention what kind of brushes I'm using. Honestly, you guys, I like don't really care that much. Most of the brushes I use though are from either Zoeva or Sigma. Those are like my top two brands that I use. You know, going into this, I actually wanted it to be like a subtle smoky eye, and here we are. And then if you have like a harsh line like this, you just take a clean brush and buff this out because it just does not look cute. And now to highlight my inner corner, I want to do like a pop of yellow, and I'm actually going to use the yellow from my palette with Deck of Scarlet, palette 11, this neon shade called Limoncello. Ooh, I am here for it. I've used this yellow in my inner corner like so much with like so many different looks, and it just looks so good. I love this yellow. I have so many tagged photos on Instagram of you guys wearing my palette, and it's just so amazing to see it. Like the amount of support and love I received from it has been so sweet and so incredible. And then to make it pop even more, I'm going to take the shade Ring Light from the James palette and pop this like right in the center of the yellow, just to kind of give it like a 3D effect. Yes, yes. So good. You can also do like a pink or a blue or just plain white in the inner corner, but I want to do a pop of yellow because I think it just adds like such a cute little just something different. Now I'm gonna finish off my cheeks. My favorite blush this year has to have been my blush called Moonstone. It is like the same color as my crease, so it's gonna match perfectly. And lately, you guys, I've been like loving like a lot of blush. I'm not gonna go overboard on this look just because the eyes are so dramatic already, but when I'm not wearing like much eye makeup, I love doing a lot more blush. I say that, but then I go and I continue to apply like 10 layers of blush. Oops. I'm just gonna blend this out. My favorite bronzer this year has to be the Elsie Cosmetics bronzer in the shade Medium. It's almost like hitting pan, but I love this one. I've been using it like every day, so that's the one I'm gonna pick today. And then for highlighter, this one was really hard because a lot of amazing highlighters came out this year, but my favorite, definitely like formula-wise, color-wise, like everything about it, my favorite one has to be the Elsie Cosmetics Skin Reflector. I actually did a campaign with Elsie for this, but this is in the shade Golden Haze. I've talked about this before when it launched, but like the formula, it kind of just like melts into your skin. Do you see what I mean? I mean, like in person, it looks like it's already melted into my skin, like it's coming from within. It's the strangest thing ever, but the most amazing thing ever. Gotta get thinking if I should do the gloss or not, but probably just a little bit. Why not? I tried to curl my hair like super fast because I'm already late. I'm actually going to a holiday party myself right now, but before I go, I want to show you guys what is in today's giveaway. Today, I will see you in my next video.